Yeah, love. Okay, I gotta go now.
What? 6 days a week
Okay, and he's charged 1,054
for the month.
Yeah, that I was going to say, yeah, you're not going to save him 11 grand a year. Definitely not.
I've put it into the spreadsheet wrong then.
Yeah.
I've still got that pricing tool open. If you can look at it, the one that Dan sent for our general use before.
Yeah, it looks like he's paying a blended rate is times 100 equals. That can't be right. 8,000 divided by. No, sorry, 1,054 divided by 193,000 equals
about 0.52, 0.53 maybe.
0.5, rounding up 0.55.
Yeah.
I've put it into the spreadsheet wrong then. I'll have to have a look to see what I'm doing wrong there.
Yeah, I think there's a decimal place somewhere wrong. Definitely.
Okay.
I was going to say that was going to be a bloody good starting place for the week.
Well, I have set a meeting up for next Wednesday with John. They reckon they're going to be doing 350k a year.
They're doing more than that.
No, not this particular customer, with somebody else.
Oh, okay. I was going to say he's doing if he's 8 days a week, 6 days a week at an average of 8 grand a day, it's 193 grand.
Yeah, and do you know what he sells?
What?
Tropical and marine and pond fish.
Okay, that's mad. Okay, I don't think he averages 8 grand a day. I think he has ups and downs.
You think he sent me a selective day to coax some good rates out of me?
I would think so.
That's crafty, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, because I just don't think, unless he's the only supplier in a like a 200-mile radius.
He is very popular, but I'll have to company's house him and have a look at his actual turnover.
Yeah, I just what was I going to say? Let me just get this first. Get my thingy open. I've never priced up a tropical fish merchant, so I don't really know what their monthly their average turnover is. It just seems
the price of koi carp is crazy.
It's extortionate. It's extortionate. I know people have bought them.
We'll revisit that.
Yeah. Okay, we're not starting at 10:30, isn't there? Yeah, we should revisit that. It's definitely want to be discussed.
Yeah.
We don't want to walk away from somebody that higher turnover.
No, I'll scan his. In fact, I've probably got it electronically as well. I'm sure I've scanned it.
If it's only one day, and I know the till statements that really don't contain anything, they're a nightmare. They usually just contain turnover and charges, not a breakdown by the rates.
Right. Okay. I'll get it across to you.
Sure. Coolio, right. Obviously, this is wrong. And, you know, in this day and age, we shouldn't really have a British flag on there. So who knows, eh? It's not starting at 10:30. It's obviously starting at 4 o'clock. But we are going to go through how do we onboard a merchant. Before we go any further, there is obviously going to be a restricted list. And sorry, Callum, you've got your hand in the air.
Oh yeah, it's just regarding. I went into my boss's coffee shop, and he just had a leaflet dropped for a different card reader place. Funny enough, just now, I couldn't find it on the mission control. It's called Taya. There's a leaflet there if you want to see it.
Yeah.
I couldn't find that on the thing.
Whose name's on that one?
Reese Davis.
Oh, Reese.
Amari, I know him.
Okay.
Do you know him, Amari?
No, I don't. But I know on that side of the world there's two big guys. One of them's Dean, but Reese, I don't know who that is.
Where is that? Oh, that's you're South Wales, aren't you?
South Wales, Port Talbot. Basically near Swansea.
Do you know Jeff Stocking, Amari?
Yeah, I'm in a few WhatsApp groups with Jeff and his wife.
That's my friend.
Okay, yeah. I see him a lot on LinkedIn, but I've seen him on the and a few WhatsApp groups as well.
He did, I think, 55 deals last month.
Yeah, he had a really good month. He did, yeah, really good month. I think he went on holiday as well, and they were really happy. And
Every time he goes away, and I'm sorry, I know I'm treating this as an aside from what we're doing, but him and his wife go to seaside towns deliberately to have some time away and go and sell card machines and always sell. He called me where he was at a market. It was at one of the major markets in London, and he'd gone to a conference, and his wife wanted to buy something from this market, and he started selling him a card machine, and she's kicking him because give us a day off. And he walked away with 3 deals. That's 1,500 quid. He made 1,500 quid whilst he was walking around the market. That's what this job is. That is what this job is. I've got loads of stories. I mean, we went to Wales, me and the family, and I ended up going to this coastal path, and up there was a cafe, really, really busy cafe and camping shop. And I sold to him while I was on holiday, and I made more than I'd spent on the holiday.
That's amazing.
It's wicked though. This is what this job is. If you can stick it out.
My wife's sick of me asking the question when we go out for a meal.
I told you the second card machine I ever sold was to a place where I was having Sunday lunch. It's wicked. Right, let's go on to actual merchant onboarding. That's okay.
Just before we started, I was just trying to ask something about what you said, because I think those are good opportunities. Sometimes the ones you don't plan for are the ones that turn out to be the best sometimes.
100%.
I wanted to know, do you like go everywhere with the machine itself? Just to
I've got a bag.
so everywhere you go, holiday everywhere you go with the machine.
If I go on holiday, yeah, 100%. I'll have my laptop with me and and some stuff. Yeah, I'm always ready to talk about it. You got to turn into Del Boy. Always where there's a business opportunity.
Okay.
How many customers have you got? Does any of them use card machines? Blah blah blah. Let's do a deal. You're always there. Callum,
Is it worth investing in a laptop then?
Yeah.
Definitely invest in a laptop. Okay.
Yeah. Are you using a PC at the moment?
Yeah, pretty good desktop. See.
First thing I did was buy a laptop when I started the job. Actually, I was using my mom's for 3 months, and it was so crap that I
just be a cheap one, as long as it runs a spreadsheet, is it?
Well, yeah, you can use. A lot of people use tablets as well. It's just better than a phone.
Okay.
Yeah, I got myself a Chromebook when I became self-employed.
Yeah. And
it's small, easy to carry around. You get like a little sleeve with it. Take it with you, connect it to the hotspot, or if you want data on there.
Yeah.
And it's just very handy. It folds out so you can present and things like that as well.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Right, let's get on to this then. So today we are going to talk about how you onboard a merchant. Now, the best thing about this is you've already done it. You onboarded yourself. It's the same process pretty much with a couple of extra steps, which will drive the offer to the merchant. Outside of that, what you've done, as in creating your own limited, as in some cases a sole trader, others a limited company, registering yourself with Sumup, it's the same thing. So we're just repeating it. All right. There are going to be some businesses that you can't onboard. I mentioned it before. Is pretty much most of the list. There is a full list on Sumup's website, but it is kind of obvious when you look at it why. Any of us that have worked at Dojo would realize they are a very low risk acquirer. They're not. They have such a long list of customers, of business models they don't want to go near. It's not the same for us. So reputational risk they do not like. So with regards to reputational risk, I mean that one, and cannabinoid products and gambling, they don't want to go near. And then just more general risk, like the likes of
fortune tellers.
Pardon?
Fortune tellers.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, pawn shops, stamping coins. We don't do cars. All right, vehicles. We do not do them either used nor electric. Used or new motorized or electric vehicles. And then the obvious ones like guns and firearms and things like that. So it's not that inhibitive to do your job. And if you're going down a high street, the vast majority we're going to be able to do. So do brush up on the website you see here. You can just get that from the Sumup website. They're all there.
So pharmacies are okay.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, we don't really do CMP though, so but that's fine. The one thing, Mufti, just before I'm going to answer your question, the one thing you see one here for cosmetic surgery. The rule around cosmetic surgery, because you could say, well, we go to a beautician and they offer cosmetic surgery. The general rule is if there is a general anesthetic required, it's not going to be passed. But if it's a local anesthetic, it's fine.
So like fillers and like Botox and stuff, is that
Should be fine.
okay?
Not that I know anything about cosmetic surgery, as you can see by the state of my face. So I'm not. But yeah, it should be fine. Fian?
Yeah, I go back to ask about the cosmetic surgery because there are a lot of beauticians, and of course, some of them have the services. Does it mean we have to ask them, or does it mean whatever month they do anything that involves anesthesia, that's going to cancel the account, or do we avoid beauticians generally? Because I've got lots of salons.
Beauticians are good for us to go for, and you can kind of just ask the question: do you use local or general anesthetic? Because it will come up probably with underwriting. Usually, I would imagine if they're doing any sort of surgeries, they will be accredited in some way, so you would need that certificate.
Okay, so if they do either any of those, then I have to ask for a certificate. Do they hand it over to me, or how does that work?
Be requested by underwriting.
Okay, all right.
I'm not an expert on signing beauticians. Funny enough, it's not usually my target market.
Okay.
I can't really go in there and buy Snickers. Mufti, you had your hand up. Did you have your question answered, or was it a mistake?
Yeah, that's answered. Yeah.
No worries. Okay, cool. Right, so there's a list of the things we can't do. There is a mnemonic for you to remember. It's latte, if you're down south, or where I'm from, latte. And it stands for link. So you create a link and send that to the merchant. You then download their app. You set up their terminal. You complete a form, which is called a type form. And then you email the details of everything to your manager. So if you can remember latte, it's a good starting point. And now I'm going to introduce another system to you, which I'm now going to ping in the chat. It's called Sidekick. Oh, no, that's not right. I didn't click a copy it all. Bear with me, sorry. It's not correct. Try that again. There you go. Sidekick.com. By tapping on or navigating to that, you'll be asked to sign in. When you sign in for the first time, it will be with your credentials, that your Sumup credentials. When you sign in with those, it will ask you for an address. Populate your home address. Well, okay, I'll tell you why it asks for a home address. It asks for an address. We are going to send you more stock to carry. So you putting in the address is where that new hardware to the stock is going to be sent. If it's always going to be sent to your home address, whack in your home address.
While we're talking about addresses, have you seen that email onboarding have got me with a registered office address in Barnsley or somewhere?
No, sorry, I was out this afternoon, so got you as a. We'll whack it in Slack as soon as we've finished here. And actually, before I go to my swanky restaurant tonight, I'll do that. Cool. This will work on your phone, tablet, or laptop. Having a phone is not going to inhibit you from using this system. The functionality of it is so sparse that it doesn't matter that you are using a phone. I still would use a larger phone like a Samsung Galaxy 25 than one of smaller ones. Okay, so how Sidekick, what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna switch between showing you actually on the system and talking through the slides, because certain things I can't show you on the slides. So Once you're in Sidekick, you're going to create a lead by entering a merchant's details. Here's the scenario. You go in, you're talking to the merchant, and you ask them in the initial point, even before you started doing the discovery, can I just take a few details from you? Phone number, and then the address of the store and his name, or her name. Try to get those first off, because even if they don't go anywhere, it is a record that you've had of that conversation, and you will be able to go back to it should they not want to go ahead straight away. So you're beginning to build your database. Do your discover and demonstrate, talk up Sumup, talk about pricing. All of that was successful. So then you can do what's called create an offer. And you select the lead and a fee campaign. Fee campaigns are very long-winded of saying those fees that we can choose, the 1.49%, 1.19, 1.09, that's what it refers to there. And you are only going to be selecting consumer, debit and credit. You can't influence, without help, business cards, international cards and premium cards. You can't influence those unless you speak to the TM. And then you send them. And you can send it to them via WhatsApp, text message, email, a QR code which they scan, all of those things. So I'm going to go to Sidekick. So here, you can see how many times I've done this. There's all types of businesses in my name. So I will talk you through Sidekick in general. So on the left-hand side is the menu. So you've got your dashboard, which is this starting point, your leads that you've created, any offers that you've created, commissions, inventory. This is where you order new hardware. And the others I won't talk about. Yes, Yusuf.
I can't see your screen again.
I don't know what you're doing to not be able to see. Can everyone else see it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to leave and join again.
Okay, I'll hang on a second while you do that, because it's quite important. Did somebody else put their hand up, or is Yusuf leaving? I think it's Yusuf leaving. Are we all following this so far?
Yeah.
Are you back, Yusuf?
Yeah, but I still can't see. I didn't touch anything as well. That's the point.
Hang on a second. So that do anything?
No, it's just dark. Start watching.
Pass, I don't know, because you were muting quite a lot as well. I can send you some e-learnings if you want to talk it through. Well, I'll listen to what I'm talking about, and then I'll share the presentation. And there's some e-learning.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, what did you press?
I didn't press anything. It just disappears and then it comes back.
Okay, weird. All right, so I'm going to have the starting point that I'm going to create a new lead. So in leads on the left-hand side, and I can create a new lead. You'll put the name of that lead. What business haven't I used so far? That'll do. Into the pub. Customer's name, the address, phone number, email's optional, notes are optional, expected start date is optional. Put in how much they turn over. Tell you what, I'm doing really well. And what products is they're interested in. Again, these things are optional, so you can just say POS, and they can say WorldPay or whatever. Enter the details as they ask them, and you can save it. I'm going to do that. Once that lead has been created, you can either move away and it's in the list. You can create the offer and then attach the lead to that offer from the list, or you've created the lead and you can ultimately straight away create the offer.
So it's not an app then, it's a website.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now we have two options presented to us. You have carry and sell and order and sell. Anyone want to hazard a guess the difference between the two?
You've got
Carry and sells.
a terminal to give him with the first one.
Perfect. So let's say you don't have any stock. You can still sell it and have it sent to that store. So just because you don't have any stock, you can still sell it to them. The vast majority of the time, you're going to be doing a carry and sell. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'll hit carry and sell. I'll hit create offer.
One more minute.
And you see automatically, it provides me a list of the fees that I can offer. Now, if you remember, I put £50,000 a month turnover in there, which means I get all of the fee campaigns as an option. What do you think you will have just filled out before doing this, which will tell you what fees you're going to put in here?
The pricing matrix.
100%.
Could I just ask a question?
Yeah.
Does he get invoiced for the, I'm saying here, do they get invoiced for the terminal, or do you take a payment for it there and then?
You take a payment there and then.
Right, okay.
You will all be provided with a solo. I'm just trying to see if I've got mine here. I don't. You have a card machine and you can take a payment for it.
Okay.
Callum?
Can they Klarna it or anything? And is there a credit way for them to do it, or does it have to be cash?
If it's over £500, they can spread it over 6 months.
Right, okay.
And you can also discount up to 50% off the price without approval needed. But because remember, you get 50% of the carry and sell price. You are cutting down your commission when you do that.
Okay.
You'll notice that this is highlighted as recommended. So we think this is the one that you should be doing. And again, if you're going to go to the lowest value you can, it will say lowest, and that will be TM approval. For the purposes of this, that's a good on my laptop, I'm going to choose the recommended. And I just highlight it. You can see that it goes a different color, and I tap continue. You then can offer whichever terminal from here that you want. As you can see, terminal is available. So I'm selling one of those, one of those. And you can also apply a discount. I'm not going to, because I like receiving as much commission as possible, but this is where you would do it.
What's the coffee offer?
That was a promotion that's going on at the moment. Check once you get out of here. It was a cafe surprise. I think it was half price on the, more than half price on the terminal. Create offer. And you are left at this stage. I can't show you how to take a payment because I can't go any further than that. But this start checkout in Sumup app will take you to your Sumup app and will allow you to take the payment. What's important is you send them the offer, because that's how they will that's how they will start the process of signing up, and it will sign up with the rates that you've decided or agreed with the merchant. And you can send it via WhatsApp, QR code, you can email it, you can copy that and put it into a mechanism of your choice. But if you go WhatsApp, it will open up WhatsApp. And I can't show you that, but I've got some screenshots, which is now what I'll go back to. Are we all good so far?
Yeah, it's pretty simple, actually.
I've got it on my phone.
You have? Brilliant.
Sorry, Andy, there is quite a few different products. So how many products I can order in my home?
How do you mean? Oh, you mean for you to have at home?
Yeah,
Two.
two.
If you two different ones. If you consider Solo and Printer was what Solo and Printer as one product, even though it's classified in the system as two, then that's one, and then Terminal is the other. You personally will have one Solo and Printer that you can use to take the payment from the merchants, and the Terminal, it's always best to have one for demonstration purposes.
And that goes into your bank account rather than ours, does it? That payment
Goes into Sumup's bank. Well, you've got your own Sumup's bank account. Oh, yeah, sorry. When you take the payment, it goes to Sumup's bank account, and they transfer the value relatively quickly. I can't remember the time frame, but relatively quickly, if everything's been set up properly, into your Sumup bank account, because that's where the payments will go. And then you can transfer that as quickly as you want. So back to here, just jumping forward from the offers, because we've done all of this. So you can see here, you've got a QR code or a WhatsApp. It opens WhatsApp, so you can see like this, and you can send them their offer. It'll have a pre-written message in it. Now we get into what they're doing. So once they tap on the link that you send them in WhatsApp, they get this message, your personal Sumup offer. You can review the details. It's got your details in it. It's got details of the fees that they will pay. It's got some of the benefits, like no monthly fees, no hidden fees, no minimum processing volume, no contract. It's got reference to the free bank account and an option for them to accept it. If they have still got questions, a link to your phone number there. I would always send it by WhatsApp. Do you know why I'd always send it by WhatsApp?
It saves the chat there as well, and then you can talk back and forth.
100%, and they get your phone number as well. I know the same could be said for text, but I like WhatsApp much better. I like WhatsApp for all communications because of how secure it is, and it's easy for me to organize. That's just me personally. So, all being good, they'll continue with that. There are some things on the offer page that I also can't show you. One of them is we provide a status box here, which means on the offers, you can create your own statuses you can set your own statuses from the preset list. That's really just for your organization. You don't have to do it. It doesn't go anywhere else. It's just for you. So they've got options such as proposal sent, negotiation, commit, placed, closed lost, closed won, closed cancelled. Just a way of organizing your offers that's in there. Personally, offers mainly get created for me when they're going to go ahead. And now we are in to them creating their account and uploading their documents. This is the point that you will have done earlier in the week. So it should be familiar. Although in your first week, because of the way the Sumup accounts work, sometimes there's a few difficulties. It's also because it's the first time you'll have seen going through this. So they will register with their email address, a password, they will set it, they will tick the relevant boxes. Then they are going to state what type of business they are. What is the legal entity? So whether they're a sole trader, a limited company, a partnership, a club, a society, etc., etc. Make sure at this point that their passport or specifically their ID is in date. You'd be surprised how many times, including one of the last ones that I did, that I forgot to check, went to underwriting, checked why it hadn't gone forwards and their driving license wasn't in date. And the passport wasn't in date, and they didn't have a driving license. Highly annoying. For the purposes of this, we're going to go through it as a limited company. There's not that much different from a sole trader. So as a limited company, as Martin will happily tell you, since he's going through this right now, you will have a company registration number. If you want to cross-reference it, where will it be?
Company house.
Company's house.
Company's house. I've never checked company's house as much as I do now. So you will put in the company registration number. There will be a EKYB match, the Know Your Business match. And as long as everything's fine, you can just go confirm and continue. If something's wrong, you can provide the data manually. If you do that, it will always go for manual verification afterwards and will take a bit longer. Any other additional information, like a business phone number, will be added. If there are social media, our website links, put those in because it speeds the whole sort of process up. And check the trading address. If not, edit it and put it in. Then you go through the beneficial owners, check that they're all okay. Any missing owners controller data, you'll be required to add a date of birth. If registration is not done by the owner controller director, it will always go for manual review and a power of attorney, and the owner's ID will be required. Do you know what the standard rule is for adding other beneficial owners? What percentage should they have?
25% or more.
Yeah, anything over 25%. Perfect tomorrow, yeah. Then they'll be asked their mobile phone number and they'll be sent a verification and they can enter the code. If a signatory fails the auto checks, they are asked for a photo ID and selfie. But then they're entering their ID anyway. And they'll be prompted to put in a photo of their ID and they will have to do a selfie. That's it. I know that was quite long, but that was all the L part of latte. The rest of them are not that intensive. Do you recognize a lot of that part from what you did on Monday?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank God you answered. Otherwise, I'm wondering, does anyone actually signed up? Right, cool. So now the next stage is you download their app. Literally download it. So grab their phone, go to Google Play or App Store, download the app. They will enter the details, so their email address and the password they've just created.
I gotta go anyway.
That will give them access to the app. And it will also tell them where they've got to. So whether the business bank account is open, whether the ID was verified, whether they'd ordered the MasterCard, they'd paired their mobile device, etc., etc. It will tell them all of those things. Yes, Omari?
Quick question, sorry. It seems like it's on my mind. If the merchant opts to not take the business bank account, what's the standard for settlement time?
I've seen next working day. I would work on the basis of 3.
3. So Monday comes Wednesday or Thursday?
Yeah, Wednesday or Thursday. In fact, I am just going to see if anything's changed. Let me just ping Dan a message.
Okay.
Do I need to log out of this or just exit it?
Oh, Psychic.
Yeah.
Yeah, just exit it.
Thank you.
Okay. What you do need to take at this point, take a note of their merchant ID because you'll need it later on. Merchant ID is found in the top right-hand corner of the app. It'll be on the account profile. And you'll see it on there. When you log into yours, you'll see your own merchant ID. In terms of whether they've been verified or not, there's a number of colors that are shown that tell them what stage they're at. So if onboarding is complete, it'll be green. If we've got an amber sign, it will actually tell you as well. If this just happens to be written in Italian, which isn't helpful, that the photos need to be retaken. And if they're white, photos and selfies are being reviewed. Keep an eye on that. Wait for it to go green. If you see there's a problem, I told you you can talk directly to the underwriters, which I'm going to show you how to do in a minute. Double tick as well, completely verified. And these options of the business has been manually reviewed, so it might take a bit longer. So let me just go to Slack. 1 to 3 business days, Dan. Sorry, Dan said Amari, which is what I thought it was. So FSB emergency line. Okay. Right, I'm going to share something else. This is Slack. You've probably seen it already. This is in particular the Slack channel that, let's just see this one. This one is someone in the UK. They've asked for this merchant code. Could you please verify it? The lady starts looking at it 1 minute after the request goes on. Does this mean you've emailed a merchant? Yes, it has, etc., etc. And there's a load of information. Important bit here is 1 minute. If there was nothing wrong, that would have been verified within 1 minute. I'll see if I can find some other examples. This also has Italians in it. Here we go. That one's a bit longer. There's a lot of Italians on here.
So I can share a link for people to connect with me, can I? By the looks of it.
What do you mean by that? Sorry.
If I click on add teammates, it's saying invite people to join your team, share a link, or add from contacts.
You mean to yours?
Yeah.
You can add people.
And what happens if I share a link? Oh, I see. Okay.
So the key, just going back to this, sorry. The key is you write into that channel, you add a new post, you put the market and the merchant ID you've taken. If you're in the store, tell them. And at times the onboarding agent will add a link to an instant Google meeting and will talk to the merchant straight away, so they're satisfied with any questions, and they will pretty much, with all being well, within 5 to 10 minutes get you passed, and the merchant will be transacting, which is a tremendously quick time. Here's an example of a post. So you actually get shown the flag. So you pick the right flag, merchant ID, and then say, I'm at the store, we can't complete the verification. Yes, what?
Like I want to ask you, if one merchant want to make two account, he has two different shops. Is that possible?
Same legal entity.
No, he has a one limited company. Under one limited company, he got two shop.
But he wants them as separate shops.
Yeah, separate. He want to maintain separately both.
Two ways of doing it. You could actually set two. You can do two shops, or
Okay.
the other way of doing it, because it doesn't impact you at all, because you would calculate the your commission based on the TPV that was combined from those stores, so has no impact on you. They can set those two up as separate employees. Do you know, you add a new employee, you can have two separate employees, which would classify as the two shops.
Perfect. Thank you.
And that's the way I do it. If you have any technical or transactional problems, that is your phone number to ring. Do you want to take note of that?
Take a screenshot of this. Thank you.
Yeah. Next thing to state is the coverage, they're open 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday to Friday, so just bear that in mind. Okay, so we're on to the T, the first T of latte, and this is setting up the terminal, which, funny enough, we've been through when I showed you how to unbox and get into the terminal. Get it out of the box, turn it on, enter the password. First of all, it asks you for Wi-Fi. Enter the Wi-Fi password. If you haven't got it, you can skip past that part. It will go directly off the SIM. And then they put in their email address that they logged into Sumup with and their password, and the terminal will be ready to use. So Callum, when you asked me the question about can they sell the terminals, yes, because you just get you log out, and if somebody else logs into that terminal with their own Sumup account, therefore it will connect to that account.
I know there's a shop that had one of them like £20 ones you can get from Screwfix.
Yeah.
So how would you approach that? Would you just leave it, or would you try
Leave
and
it.
go and sell
Leave
it?
No, leave it. If they're an existing customer with Sumup, then you can't go and sell them something new.
No worries.
It has to be 6 months gap of them not using it.
Okay.
And that's it. This talks about connecting it to your phone. You can do if you want to, but there's no real need with terminal. What you will want to do is get their card, don't use yours, and watch them complete a £1 transaction. £1 is the minimum that can go through, nothing less than £1. And then obviously go to their app and show them where they've where that transaction has gone through. Also show them the necessary reporting on the machine. Cool. So this then, are we all okay so far?
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of information, I know there is. I would recommend that you go and get this presentation so you've got a reference to it. I showed you where it was on mission control. I can talk you through that again. And also, I think your TM will go out with all of you. Hopefully you can do a sign up then and they can talk you through. You've also then got the WhatsApp group, and the TM will be there to help you at any time.
Can I order some terminal now, today?
Yeah, it has to be approved by your boss, and I'll show you how to do it in a second.
Okay.
You should have 2 already.
I don't.
It will be on the way to you. You should all have 2 terminals on their way to you.
Okay.
They usually come Wednesday or Thursday, to be honest. Fian?
I'm sorry, I hate to take us back, but I missed the session, so I'm not sure if I'm asking like a wrong question now. This second terminal you just showed, I don't know the difference between this one and the main Sumup card. I don't know the bigger one.
Yeah, the difference is this one doesn't have the menu. This doesn't have the menu on it. Doesn't have the reporting capabilities on it. It's a basic terminal that prints out receipts. That's all this one is. You're more than happy to sell it. It's cheaper. It's cheaper in terms of for them to buy your commissions, other than the price of the terminal, because it's cheaper. It's the same.
How much is it?
£139 included. So this bit, which is separate, which is the card reader, and this bit, which is the printer, those two things together is £139.
Okay, so it does the same thing, just as it doesn't have as many functions as the other, as the bigger one.
No.
Okay. Thank you.
Might as well get the bigger one at that point, isn't it?
Yeah. It came out before the bigger one. The bigger one came out very recently.
Right,
Okay, so we're on to taking a payment. So you, first of all, have got to sign into your app, and you'll log in as an employee, because you get two options to line it. When you have two profiles, you choose the employee one. You connect your Solo reader to the app on your phone via Bluetooth.
Being used to, yeah.
And you're doing this face to face.
Yeah.
So you're not doing payment links. You're not doing virtual terminal. You're actually physically taking a payment there and then. You'll start by taking a payment in Sidekick, which will then redirect you to the Sumup app. On the offer page, select Start Checkout in Sumup. The Sumup app will open and automatically connect to the Solo card reader. Take the payment. You obviously can take it on your phone as well. Am I right?
Quick question. So if we're doing a remote sale and the customer sent us the docs and we then send the link to them, do we just do the order, the sell and order then instead of the carry?
Yes, 100%. And that will send them an invoice.
Cool.
And they can pay from the invoice. And the payment of the invoice is what pushes the order to be.
Yeah, makes sense.
Alex?
What should we do if the customer pays in person, but they still want an invoice?
You've got invoices in there, or you can print it out. You can actually have your Solo printer. You print it out.
Oh, okay, nice. Cheers.
Yeah. Oh, which one, Callum? Alex, did you press that again? Yeah, Callum.
Yeah. Sorry. Do you know if they have cash? Could we technically pay it then and then keep the cash, or
no?
It has to be coming from their bank account.
Yeah, well, it has to be a card payment.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Could we use their card to buy the terminal sort of thing, and then put their actual business details through? Because I know a lot of people just have cash handy ready to spend.
Don't you even use your card?
Yeah. So I mean, like, we pay for the actual terminal itself, and then they give us the cash for it.
I can't think of any rule that wouldn't allow you to do that.
Okay.
I can't. I don't think it's necessarily straight down the line, but I can't think of a rule that you can't do that. How about you pretend you didn't ask me? Because if they've been paid.
Okay.
After you've taken payment, you go back to Sidekick. And you must log the merchant's ID in Sidekick after completing the payment. This is essential to correctly attribute the hardware sale to you. If you don't, this will delay the payment of your commission, the hardware commission. I'll show you where that is and what that looks like. Where's my Sidekick one? Here it is. Okay. In here, so we're at the offer stage. Here, this radius button here, or radial button here. If you tap on there, it gives you after sales report, and you can tap on that and you enter the information. So the transaction code of what you've just done and the merchant ID, and then add it. That attributes that sale to that merchant to you. And that is how you take payment for the machine. But what happens if you're selling remotely? If you're selling remotely, which is called order and sell, instead of choosing carry and sell, you choose order and sell, and it gives you a list of all the products that you can sell. So it could be solo and charger station, it could be solo and printer, it could be terminal, etc., etc. You choose them, add the discount if you want to. When you share the offer link with the merchant, payment will be taken during their account creation, so they will take payment at that point. Their hardware ordered this way will be dispatched and should arrive within 2 to 3 business days. The merchant will receive their invoice shortly after purchase. Makes sense?
Mm-hmm.
And that's how you do it. That is the T completed, the first T. Then we're going to do what's called a type form. So we're back in Sidekick. You're still in the same place. The radial button again, there. In there is what's called type form, and you choose it. It will open up a separate window. And it's a case of, oh, no healthy upstream. I wonder what that means. Try that again. There we go. You simply answer the questions. So the first one was the merchant ID, which you got before. The merchant's trading name, which country it was that you are, your email address, did you negotiate custom fees? What do you think that means?
Yes.
Did you apply discount?
Yeah, well, it's if you agreed with the manager to change the fees outside of the list that you've got, especially around business cards, which you can do but need their approval, you just got to indicate it here that that's what you did. So I will, the vast majority, if not all of them, you'll choose no. What fees did you negotiate? If I remember right, it was this one. What's the turnover? Is the merchant new to cards? Nope. Current provider. They didn't have FOS. How often does the merchant wish to receive payouts? The vast majority of the time, you're going to say 3 hours because they want the business bank account. Is it an appointment offered by Sumup? Nope. Any comments? And then you submit it. So even if you don't remember any of the answers that I put in there, which of course you won't, when you get to that point, you find the type form, fill the answers out. I'm not going to submit that. Callum?
Sorry, just going back to when you enter the countries. Are they the only countries you're allowed to sell this in? So say you're on a cruise or something, you go to a country that's snow. Oh. Is he still here?
I think he might have been dropped off the call.
Oh, he's back.
Yeah.
I didn't drop off the call, and then I was talking in mute. I closed the wrong window like a dumbass. You're going to sell predominantly in the United Kingdom.
Say
I
now you
don't-
was on like a cruise. Say you said like you've earned a lot of residuals. You've earned a holiday. Say now to take a cruise, for example, and you stop
I
off in
don't
another
think you
country.
can sell in Italy.
Pardon, sorry.
I don't think you can sell in Italy. I will check that.
So
I don't think.
any other country, just not Italy.
Yeah, you can. Well, you can't sell in. You can sell in Ireland. You can sell in United Kingdom. Alex, you probably know this better than I do.
I think the fee structures will be different for like
Yeah.
European countries. So,
Yeah.
so like the pricing tool you have, it wouldn't really be, there'd be no use for in Italy because they price it differently.
Yeah. Let me go back to here. Okay, back to here. Question is here, and we didn't go into POS, but it's worth telling you that you can sell it, as we discussed. And it's going to be worth it in the long run for the bigger merchants, the bigger TPV. Fian, go for it. You're on mute.
I wanted to ask, is there like a list of countries where you can sell and not sell? Is that written anywhere?
UK, Ireland.
UK, Ireland. Okay, thank you.
Yusuf?
Sorry, Andy, my screen went blank again when you were doing the card machine, sort of referencing it to yourself. Can you show me that at the end, please? I've figured out the problem. It's because I had too many tabs open.
Okay.
As soon as I close all the other tabs.
Whatever you've missed, we'll go back and we'll cover it at the end. No problem.
Thank you.
So after the type form, there is what we're talking about here is how do you refer POS? It is kind of a thing you will learn much later on when we start talking about POS, and it becomes more you become more comfortable with selling terminal, but you do need to know how to do it. So you can have the conversation about POS. They're interested in it. You have a referral form that you will fill out, and the referral form, all it wants is the business type, the merchant's name, phone number, email address. In the comments, what you've discussed so far, your email address, anything else you think they should know. And then you say to the merchant, we are going to contact them. Sumup will contact them. They will assess their needs, recommend a solution, organize the sale. The process can take 3 to 7 days, depending on deal size, also dependent on how quickly the merchant responds to emails that they are sent or phone calls. You, or at least I would, want to stay in as much control of that as you can. So if the merchant is talking to our team in Sumup, act as the go-between when they ask you to. Alex, have you been involved in this?
I don't think so. I didn't get any field sales referrals when I was working in inbound sales team. So I was mainly, like, for most of the time I was there, it was like lower income, lower TPV merchants. But I mean, I could hear it being shouted around in the office a lot. So it's a big thing. Like, they'll definitely love you, but you send over like referrals.
They will. There's a lot of money in this. It will be bigger TPVs. And I can assure you, as having been involved in EPOS sales before, there is so much involved in it. The idea that somebody else will do it for you is amazing, because they will be the experts on it, and you are handing over the expertise to somebody else. But I'm such a control freak. That's my customer, and I want to make sure they're looked after properly. I am always involved, no matter what it is. For when you want to know where the referral form is, it's on mission control. Hang on a second. I can't see the screen because I'm opening something else. Whoever's asking the question, go ahead.
I was just going to add to what you were saying. One thing that was obvious when I was hearing about kind of inside sales, so field sales referrals, is that the more information you give them, the easier it is for them. Then both of you like make the money. So like, if you give us like as much information as you can, then like, yeah, everyone gets paid basically.
100%.
Is there any cooling off period, Andrew?
Is there any?
Cooling off period.
Sorry, I can't hear you very well.
Cooling
there
off period.
Cooling off period.
Pass. I don't know the answer. I don't. I would imagine 14 days because there usually is 14 days, but after that, no.
Okay.
And they're going to buy it as well. So, well, I'll get the answer on that. I won't. I will not BS it. What's the cooling off period on holes? Right. So on mission control, this one on here, you've got how to refer a POS, and that's how you'll do it. Referral form is here, and all the information is there on how to do it. As an example, should you identify somebody that needs POS Pro, all you do is raise that form, send it off to them. They do everything for you. You get 350 quid for a conversation, which is great. And then on top of that, you sell them a card machine. And on top of that, you get the TPV rates. And on top of that, you get residuals. Not bad. Okay, now we're into the last part of Latte, which is email your boss with what you've done. So merchant trading name, merchant number, a copy of the statement if you've got it, copy of the pricing sheet if you've got it, which you should have, sorry, and the commissions tab. So just send that information over to them. There is a reason for that. Sumup in the background is not a massive team, and if someone's off, your boss will take over to make sure you get paid efficiently. So if they've got details of that, they can take over, and that's the reason why we send it. That's it. Your merchant is now onboarded, and you've sent all the information. Now we're into the realms of ordering more inventory to sell. How do we sell? How do we get more stock? So I will go back to Sidekick. Here. So in Sidekick, on the left-hand side, you've got inventory, and it's the simply order hardware and choose what it is you want. So you can have a maximum of 5 terminals. You can have more. You can put multiple orders in, but have a reason why you're going to do it. So in other words, if you want 20 terminals, it costs a lot of money. Sorry, I had a visitor. It costs a lot of money, and the TM will want to know why. But also manage it from your perspective. You're going to know what your hit rate's like. You're going to want to know what your pipeline's like. So always have some in stock. Remember, you can order and sell, but manage it. 30 days PM cooling off period with POS.
Okay.
Yes, Ian?
I was going to ask about terminals. So when you have someone make an order, how does it work? Do they deliver to you and then you dispatch to the merchant, or does it go directly? And in this case, you just shared this example. Do you anticipate that, okay, I'm going out for sales this week. I have, say, 10 customers that are likely to buy. Then I order 10 terminals in hoping to take it there myself. Just how does it work?
They will have a record of how many you've got. They will have a record of how many you've been selling. Have a close relationship with your TM, with telling them what's going on. That will help you manage your inventory. I can't tell you an amount that you should have. I do know that they will ask questions if you suddenly start asking for more than 5 at a time to be delivered, because they're expensive. In terms of what you asked initially, unless you are selling remotely, in other words, over the phone, I would always think that you would go to the place to talk to them, to help them through the sign up, and have the stock with you, so you can do a proper job, sign them up, show them how to use it, and leave there knowing that they're transacting, so you get paid. If it's doing remotely, do the order and sell and get it sent to them. Is that all right? Okay. So to order more hardware, the things to note are, when you order the hardware, expect your manager has 24 hours to approve it. I would imagine it's much more quickly than that, but their SLA is 24 hours. If it's declined, there'll be notes as to why it's been declined. If it's at the stage of accounting, it's awaiting approval and dispatch from the internal logistics team. And then it's activated, the order approved, and on its way. Please allow 4 working days to receive your order from the time that you place it. It will be quicker than that as a golden rule. So just manage that with what you've got. That's everything to do with onboarding a merchant. Now there's something else that we should talk about, and it's called activation and displacement. Do you know what that means? Do you want to have a go?
Activation of the terminal.
Yep. And what's displacement?
Doing a swap out.
Getting rid of the old one. Getting rid of it. If you're going to be paid on the basis of £500 going through the card machine, and then what they take in the following 60 days, you got to make sure that they get rid of the old card machine. So go through the process of getting it removed. So as it says there, activation is ensuring our merchants are set up with Sumup. Displacement is making sure they keep using us. So we have the gold standard. This is not something super advanced or complicated, but rather it's giving your merchants nothing less than they expect. Get your merchants verified and set up. Old provider cancelled, machine boxed up. You will have access to what's called Tableau, and that will tell you all the stuff you need to know about your merchants, how many they're transacting, what the net margin is, etc. And then after days 3, 6, and 9, after go live, be in contact with them to make sure they're still using it and the actions that you've left with them have been actioned. So what does that mean? Before you leave the store, make sure they actually use Sumup and is actively transacting. Complete the verification on the app. Only won't walk out before you have plugged in the terminal, connected it to Wi-Fi, if that's applicable, signed into the merchant's account, completed a test transaction, watch your merchant transact, tell them where to go for customer support, arrange your follow-ups. So grab old habits die hard, as it says on there. Grab their old machine and turn it off, stick it in a box, ready to go back. Help them cancel it. You can't make the phone call on their behalf. Amari, how many cancellation phone calls have you made?
Oh gosh, too many to count. Say over 300, 400.
What do you say to them?
To be honest, 9 times out of 10, I just pretend to be the merchant. It's not the best way, but I pretend to be the merchant and I just say I'm closing my shop. If you say anything else, they'll keep you on the phone for about 20 minutes. Just say closing the business, not even selling the business, because then they want to sell to the new person. Just say shop's closing down. Can you arrange for the hardware to be collected? And then they'll just facilitate that for you.
That's exactly it. That's exactly it. I actually watched somebody. I didn't do that. I was with the butchers, and I was changing the account that I signed up for Dojo. I changed it to something else after I'd left Dojo, and after 20 minutes on the phone, because he said I'm leaving because I've got better rates elsewhere. After 20 minutes, he said I have a business to run. Please come and collect your machine. And that's how they will be. And they will go very low. They are extremely aggressive on customer retention, especially at the moment because they've lost so many. Take control of it and always tell them to say, probably not best that I advise this, but tell them the shop's closing, and it gets them off the phone straight away. And what will always happen is the customer service will pass them across to their specialist retentions team. But yes, it's just it is what it is. So do that. If you can get through, do that. If not, help them write the email to whichever customer it is. We have a full list of emails and contact details on Mission Control, but you can also Google it, which is what I would do, to find whichever merchant that it is. Little things to be mindful of. Some don't allow them to end the contract before the end of the contract, so they can't do mid-contract leavings, which is like take payments don't allow it. So just be mindful of that. But other than that, make sure you do it for them.
I went somewhere last weekend. I've not had a chance to go back to him yet, but it was the size of the shop didn't warrant it. But for some reason, he got eight Clover terminals.
Pass. Maybe they kept breaking.
Maybe.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. That's a hell of a VAT fraud, usually. VAT avoidance, I should say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that happens loads. I spent the first at least 6 months of doing the job. I remember specifically being down West Bromwich High Street doing cold calling and thinking, I'm onto a winner here. The bloke's got 2 machines because is one of them doesn't work. The reality was they weren't. There were 2 mids created, so we could have VAT because we could avoid VAT. That's exactly what he was doing.
Well, eight terminals for a shop of his size, that's definitely going on.
Yeah, I know. Oh, the other thing that I've noticed is I found out today was somebody was worried about the security on our systems because their staff were taking their own card machines in, and when they were taking payments, it was going into their own account. Which I thought that's madness. Madness. Callum, you got your hand up?
Yeah. So if they are still locked into a contract, do you just like leave your number and say call at the end of it, or how do you proceed with that?
No, as I said, work out. So if they're under contract, you've got 3 options. If you can leave it in store and have our kit instead, they would continue paying for their existing kit, but you're not going to know what the fixed fees are. For you, you've got to work out the comparison on rates to make sure how cost effective that is. Or in the example where, let's say, their existing merchants so difficult for them, costing them money, work out how much more money or how much money someone would save in terms of the extra features that it has, but just talk them through what the impact of that is. And finally, and I've said this twice, if I'm going to make, you've seen the commissions, if I'm going to make 700 quid out of a deal, and I know the contract buyout's 150 quid, I'd pay it because it's 550 quid.
Yeah, 100% pay. I was just asking in regards to like if they're in the fixed contract, they can't be bought out.
And in terms of that, find out what the fixed fees are, so that's what they're obligated to do, and then price accordingly.
Cool.
This is what the daily report looks like. You will have, it will be highlighted, those that are not transacting, that have not reached their milestones, and those that are doing just fine. And it will give you your average net margin, your net revenue, your TPV, etc., etc. It'll give you loads of good stuff to help you manage your merchants. That only becomes available to you once you've got a transacting merchant. After days 3, 6, and 9, you don't have to go back to them 3 times. A phone call will suffice. And a phone call, even any sort of contact, once you've placed the terminal, will be very, very welcome because they know you're looking after them. So after day 3, have you hit milestone 1? Have you sent the cancellation email? Is the machine still switched off? By day 6? Still transacting, cancellation being processed. What are they like so far? Example. And by day 9, have they sent the old machine back? Are we on the way to milestone 2? Has the cancellation been confirmed? I tell you now, more than once, I have taken their card machine away and taken it to the post office for them to get it returned. Because I'm out in the roads and I'm driving, and it's really easy to find a particular place that it needs to be sent, and I've sent it back for them. I do that. In terms of their support, they've got 4 main ways to support. Email. There is a chat on the app. They can call in, or very rarely they can use Facebook or Twitter to contact Sumup. Do you want to take note of those numbers? That is the customer support line. It's open 8 till 7, Monday to Friday, 8 till 5 at the weekends. Share that number with your merchants. Yes, Alex.
So I went into the office this morning. I had a chat with someone mates with an inbound sales team. He was saying that apparently you can't call in anymore. I don't know if that was him just like glossing over it or something like that, but is it still definitely something we can do? We could like direct them to support.
I've never heard we can't, but yeah.
Because he said to me that basically it's only through the live chat now. But I mean, if you've not been told that, then maybe that's just not true.
No, I haven't been told that.
Okay, I'm sure that I imagine there will be phone answer then.
No, well, I'm going to ask Dan in case there's something I haven't been told, but I would have thought they would have taken it off the slides.
Yeah. Okay.
It's certainly getting harder to talk to real life people nowadays, isn't it?
Yeah, it's so annoying.
Which is why, funny enough, you are so invaluable. That's the way that I treat it. All right, well, I've asked him. He's been quite quick in his responses. Okay. Yeah, talking of chatbots, there's a chatbot on the Sumup app. You can either go to the support center, which has got 400 visits a month, 125 articles in 23 languages, or you can talk to the chatbot called Sam. He speaks 4 languages, I don't know what they are, and tries a solution 4 times out of 5. I think it'd be more likely you doing that than a merchant, because it would do my head in if I was the merchant, if I'm being honest. But I am old. Yes, Alex?
I know that there's the priority support now as well. Is that something that, so again, Uzair told me that apparently, he said maybe field sales anyone signed through field sales would by default have priority support, which would be a big thing if it is true.
Well, it's not just that. You've got a Slack channel that you can write directly on, and your network will respond to it. And I see that, and I was about to give you that Slack channel. So on the Slack channel, you can assign, you can write whatever the issue is, and therefore they come back relatively quickly. And I think that mechanism would give the priority. Yes, Yusuf?
And I think this is a personal question as well, but do you think it's sort of a better idea to sort of invest in a second phone with a separate number? Because now I'm thinking, you know, if you're signing up a lot of people and you're talking to a lot of merchants and stuff, and having them all on your personal WhatsApp as well could be quite, you know, busy there as well.
I never have, but I can see the use in doing it. Amari, you've got loads of customers, so have you got a second phone line?
I did, but I just got a bit lazy, and then carrying around 2 phones wasn't very good for my pocket. So what I ended up doing was I give the customers my number, but my WhatsApp for my personal phone is a different number, and then my business WhatsApp is the actual mobile number that I use now, and that's where I communicate with all my customers. So you can get a second phone if you want. If you're going to be out on the street every day, walking up and down, handing out cards, talking to loads of merchants, then obviously the idea is that you'll have loads of people calling you. You know it's strictly for business. So anytime you see that phone ring and it's a number you don't recognize, you know that it's going to be a sell near enough. So yeah, you can. It's up to you. You can try it out, see how it works. But it's not a bad idea. Yeah.
I'm amazed at how few voice calls I get involved in nowadays. I mean, even businesses Facebook Messenger me.
Yeah,
I still get phone calls.
That's why.
I'm feeling left out here. I still get phone calls. And I'm like Amari, if I don't recognize the number, I'm expecting it to be a sale. And if it's somebody selling me something, I'm so disappointed. Ah, rubbish. Go away. Alex?
Oh yeah, one thing to say: if you've got like a modern iPhone, you can get a second number on an eSIM. So
Yes.
just mean you don't have to have two phones. Just have an eSIM for your business number, and then yeah,
Again,
personal number.
All right.
Again, I've done that before, and it's just confused the hell out of me.
Okay.
Yeah. To be fair, I have got this one phone and I've used it just like that for 2 years. But then again, I'm not a good demographic. I'm touching 50, so don't you know? I'm not.
touching 60.
You make me feel better. I signed a customer. I signed a customer really recently, and they said they got date of birth 2006, and I thought that was last week. Sales support. So we're coming to the end now. You'll be pleased to know you have plenty of support. So here's some scenarios about what support you have and the scenario that you might need it. So I need help with logging into my Sumup systems. I have a new tablet or a new phone. Try another device first, the bleeding obvious. And then if not, you have a sales channel, a Slack channel, sorry, and it's called #field new starter IT setup. Any problems with getting verification? We've already been through that. That's the FSB onboarding line, emergency line. Anything after the merchant signed up, and this is what I just referred to, they can either ring the numbers, the chat, or anything else, or you can go to sales support-csm-uk and talk directly to them. They've always found them extremely helpful. If you've got a POS lead, there's a POS channel, and we also have a Slack channel for UK field communications, but you'll also have for UK field communications, I should say, WhatsApp will be filled with it, and you'll have at least one weekly call, which is telling you everything that's going on. They are not shy on communications.
Is this in mission control, this slide?
Yeah, the whole lot is in mission control.
Yeah.
So log into mission control, type welcome in the search, and the first one on the list will be welcome to Sumup, and all of the PowerPoints from this week will be there. We are at the end. What's latte stand for?
Link.
Make a note of.
Yeah. Link is right. App is correct.
Terminal.
Yes, I was about to grab mine. Terminal. What else? Type form.
And then
Begins with E. What do we send to each other?
Email.
There you go, emails. Link, app, terminal, type form, email. What kind of link is required to board a new merchant? What do we create? You create a lead.
A lead, yeah.
Lead, and then there's a lead, and then from the lead you create a. We wrote it down.
Yeah, to create offer.
Offer.
Yeah, offer.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Did you say offer? And I wasn't listening. No, we don't do that. Where do you order new hardware from?
Sidekick.
Sidekick. Perfect. What channels can merchants receive support on?
omnichannel.
Yeah, omni-channel. Yeah. Phone.
Email, social media, WhatsApp.
Perfect. And then chat was the other one. Perfect. And we don't do that one. That is it. That's quite a heavy session with regards to all the information. The only thing I can definitely assure you is once you do it once or twice, it becomes second nature, just like all of these systems. So that's it. We start again at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning for the FSP2s. The FSP1s and 3s are more than welcome to join. Tomorrow is all about territory management. So how do you start off fresh? How do we think you should organize your week? then into his sales conversations again. And then in the afternoon, we're talking commissions. I'd probably recommend you all counter commissions because it's nice to know how much you're actually going to earn. Yes, Amari?
So am I back in the afternoon then tomorrow?
Yes, yes. So you don't have to join anything tomorrow, but I would recommend 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon.
Okay, I'll be back at 4 then.
Yeah.
So tomorrow 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Amari, you got another question?
Oh, sorry, I forgot to unselect.
No problem.
Are we going to discuss my onboarding issues in Slack? Did you say?
Yes. Yes. And Yusuf, you want to see what you've missed. So let's quickly do those.
Yeah.
Everyone else.
It was literally just connecting the card machine sale to yourself on the app, I think it was.
Thank you, everyone. I'll see you
No
tomorrow.
problem, guys. See you later.
Yeah.
See you tomorrow. Thank you.
Yeah. So how to set it on the? Okay. So in Sidekick, Fian, you got a question?
So you know, just personal. I was asking Daniel when I could have a. You said it was there was going to be a refresher for the session I missed today.
Yeah.
1 hour session.
You'll have an e-learning session that will come to you. So Dan will send it.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. So to charge for it, when you're in Sidekick, you can see it's going through here. When you're in Sidekick, let it just run the video from the start. I'll force it. I can't force it. Come on. Here, start checkout in Sumup app. You tap on that. That will automatically take you to the app. And you can choose that you take the payment by card reader, and you can take the payment. That's it.
Oh, that's it. But I could hear you talk about the way you would sort of link the and then you would get the commission.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Okay. So that is the after sales report. So you go to the after sales report, which is in the where you create the offer. Tap the radial button. And then that opens up this box. All you're doing there is typing in the transaction ID, which you'll have from the transaction you've taken, and the merchant ID, which you'll take from them from when they sign up. You type those in, and that will link the merchant ID to this sale, and it will get you paid out much more quickly.
Oh, okay. Okay. Great stuff.
That's it.
That was legit for me.
Cool. Thank you. Right, everyone else, you can go. I mean, Martin and I are just going to try and sort out his onboarding issues. I'll see you guys in the morning.
No problem. See you later. Have a nice day, everyone. Thank you.
See you tomorrow. Thank you very much.
Bye, guys.
See you later.
Let's just see if Dan's around.
Do you want me to hang on here?
Yeah, well, I was out most of the day today, so I'm going to get the email up. And let's just see what the issue we've got. So, yeah, I don't know why I sent me that. So Martin. I've checked company's house. Only address is Belper, Derbyshire. Indeed, and indeed, I've received a posting company as I've absolutely no idea where you got that address from. Contacting you for some profile. We notice the business is registered the profile to. However, this does not match the business on the company's house, which is Providence. Please, it's nonsense. What is your company registration number?
Just bear with me. Want to make a note of it somewhere.
You need something from me, Callum.
It's a quick word at the end, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Do you want to have that while I'm looking for my co-reg
No,
number?
I'm okay to wait, mate. There's no worries. I'm doing it on the other monitor anyway.
What's the name of your business?
Knight Consultancy Services Limited.
Mike Consultancy.
Knight, as in my surname. Knight.
Oh, nice. Consultancy. Night consultancy services.
Limited. Oh.
Yeah, got it. Knights Consultancy Services
Code
Limited.
reg number 166 816 59.
166
166 816 59.
Verifying I'm a human, right? So
I mean, presumably my terminals won't arrive until this is sorted.
no, I wouldn't have thought. Well, no, I don't think this is what's driving it. There is no reference on Papa's, although it's not taking me to where's the HMRC? When did you say?
I only incorporated on the 29th of August, I think it was. So there's no requirement for me to do anything else yet.
No, and I don't see anything on. I know it's not the HMR. It's not Company's House. I'm looking at Papa's UK, but it should be the same information. And I don't see any reference to to Barnsley either.
No. And all the correspondence that you would expect, even the mail shots that you get from companies, they obviously sell your data to. It had all of that as well.
No, mental. All right. Well, look, I've got Dan on the other line. I'm going to give him a call in a minute and just take some advice on what to do next.
Okay.
I agree with you. I can't see where he's getting that.
No. Shall I jump off this call now then?
Do you know what it is? There is a Knights Consultancy Services, but it's Knights, KNIGHTS.
Ah, right.
And I think they might be looking at that. And I don't know why, because you would have put your company number in there to cross-reference it, but I don't think they spelled it wrong. And in fact, let me just check that a second. Nice.
You'd expect a bit more attention to detail, like financial services, wouldn't you?
Yeah, well, I'm only guessing that that's what it is, but if it is, you would expect that. Knights Consultancy logo. There you go. So let's look at this. Where did they say it was? Providence House, but Hook. No, this one's dissolved anyway. No, this is a dissolved company, so no, it's not that. That's not the.
That's where they've got this notion that I've liquidated them.
Is that what they've said?
They sent the original email in the thread from yesterday evening, I think it was saying, we note your company's liquidated.
Yes, because it's so that one was Knights Consulting Services Limited is dissolved. Is that one dissolved? Knights Consulting. No, this one's in Bristol. You've got Knights Consultancy Services Limited. That one's dissolved, but it's Knights, not Knight. So that's where they've got the concept of that. All right, let me talk to Dan, and I'll come back to you. Have I got? Yeah, I've got that. I'll talk to Dan directly after this.
Should be easy enough to rectify, I would have thought.
Yeah, no, it should be no-brainer to rectify.
Okay. All right, I'll jump on that commissions call tomorrow then.
Yeah, no worries. Cheers, Martin.
Okay, thanks, Andy. Cheers.
Bye. Hey, mate.
Oh, hi. So there's nothing I can do. There's no way I can make tomorrow's 9 o'clock meeting, but I find you talking over it extremely, extremely helpful compared to just looking through a slideshow. Do you reckon you could record it any chance with the screen recorder?
Probably. It's usually transcribed. I'll ask if I'll see if I can record it. So yeah.
Okay, I can give you like a free software and everything and how to set it up if you need
It,
so.
no, the software's on Google Meets. It's fine. It's just not set. Yeah, they usually just transcribe it because it takes all day to download. But it's fine. I should be able to do it.
So what time will that meeting be over, and what time will the next one be tomorrow?
9 till 11:30 tomorrow morning, then 4 in the afternoon.
Okay, I'll definitely be there for the 4. There's no way I can make that 9 o'clock one.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's okay.
Yeah, if you could get that for a video for me, that'd be excellent.
Sure. No
Thank you
worries,
for your time,
man.
Andy. See you tomorrow.
Cheers. Bye. Bye.
Of course.